Okay, good day and welcome to the Student Starcraft AI Tournament 2014. With the semi-finals we have got LetaBot by Martin Royakkers versus ICEBot, programmed by ICELab in Japan, and the second match will be XIMP by Thomas Veda versus the University of UAlbertaBot by Dave Churchill. Okay, so the first game will be on and I'll talk somewhat about an intro later. We have got LetaBot versus ICEBot coming up. Okay, and we have got in the red corner or ICEBot by Ritsumeikan University in Japan, and we have got LetaBot by Royakkers from University in the white corner. Okay, for those of you who have just fallen blindly into this broadcast, this is an AI competition. These are not human players, these are not LetaBots, these are custom bots programmed by students or teams of students or by other professionals in the world. And they entered the round of 42 round robin bracket, which has been played in December. And we are now having the round of 8, round of 4 and finals and third, fourth place match in January and February. So now this is the semi-finals. We have got LetaBot, which is by all means a rather cheesy affair, and we have got ICEBot from Japan, and ICEBot is what I would like to describe as the most human-like bot there is. But in the round of 42, this little brother here, LetaBot, ended first, and that is no small feat. I have said it's a cheesy little bugger, and that it is, but it is a very decent little bugger, and it has been programmed with absolute astounding attention to detail. It can do various rushes. It either does a in-base barracks pressure on bigger maps, or it can do a bunker rush, or a proxy barracks, or a combination of all those. And this little man, ICEBot, is, well, how shall we say, the most human. And it possesses some more advanced later game strategies. The question is, will it get to that before it gets pressured by Marines? And if I am not mistaken, the first Marine is on his way and we have a shootout. Pew 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 pew. Oh, a draw! Oh, that is exceptional. That happened too often. But the wall has been broken and it is now 2 Marines versus nil Marines. ICEBot is building more. And it's also building... Oh, it's got a lot of SCVs, and it's got a factory coming up. So if it can get a vulture up and hold off these Marines with SCVs and Marines of its own, that it will be in an okay position. And LetaBot has a very low SCV saturation, but it's got enough. It can build Marines from 2 racks and the occasional supply depot. But back to the battle. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Marines, and the factory is done. Okay, where are the units? No. Okay, this will be a little bit dire, because these Marines are uncontested except by SCVs, and they even micro to evade those. 1 kill there, Rex not building, all the SCVs come off the line, and they get killed. And do they get a couple of Marine kills? Good micro they should, but it doesn't seem like ICEBot has the good micro to do that. And although all of them keep running back, they get it done. Nothing building here, and in the barracks nothing. So now we've got about 10 Marines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 11-ish, 12, with more floating in, as you can see on the minimap. And the base is under fire, so this base will be forfeit. Still nothing building here, and nothing here. And back in the base of LetaBots we've got 2 barracks pushing out Marines left and right, and some depots, and here a modest saturation, but hey, it's enough. So there goes the command center, and poof, there is the factory under attack, and wait for it, there it goes, kaboom. Okay, so all nice and dandy. First finisher of the round of 42 takes the first game in the semi-finals versus ICEBot. But here is a well, it's not really a big flaw because the enemy is incapacitated, it won't do anything more, but it's still got 2 buildings here. And the victory conditions of this tournament are to either kill all enemy structures or play out a full 90 minutes and then be considered victor on points. On what points? On those old Starcraft points, namely economy, killing of units balance, and killing of structures balance, and that goes into an arcane formula and something will pop out. By all means, LetaBot would have won by now, but ICEBot doesn't GG, so what do? We speed up the game a little, because the SCV saturation is going up, and gas is being mined. So, what have we here? Oh, a factory, and let's make it a little bit faster, because a factory being constructed is not all that interesting. Factory, minerals being mined, gas being mined. Oh, there come some more marines. Slow down just a tad, and a starport and marines. Okay, so 3. Oh, look, and the barracks has gone on a scouting mission. And it seems to be oh, that is cute. I've never seen that yet. I've watched about 10 games of ICEBot, and I have yet to see... I've not seen anything yet. Look, it's evading those marines. It's floating in the direction of the enemy, and if it sees a marine, it backs off. Fortunately, these are LetaBot marines, which do not fire on whatever. They are programmed to infiltrate the main base, which they are doing, have done with success, have neutralized the main base, but hey, too bad. Okay, so what's going on here? Nothing at the factory, nothing at the starport, barracks. Oh, this one is... oh, it's building a wraith. How cute. SCV saturation has stabilized, it's got a decent economy, and we've got a wraith. Where is it going? It's going straight for the... yeah, gotcha! Okay, so for those of you unfamiliar with LetaBot, Leta, L-E-T-A, or Shin Sang-mun, is a Korean pro gamer, or I should say ex-pro gamer, as he does no longer play, which is a shame, because Yellow has reinstalled a Star League of his own, the Kongdu Star League. You can find that on Team Liquid. And Sonic has basically revived the OSL with big prize money, so that's another good thing indeed, and many of the old pro gamers are coming back. But Leta, Shin Sang-mun, was always very good with wraiths, and Martin Royackers, the programmer of LetaBot, told me that that is where the bot gets its name from. The Marines are just filing by and doing nothing at all, except perhaps playing cards here, and this poor SCV is doomed to finish the bunker on its own. The depot. So this is the last depot. Pew pew pew, some burning damage, actually contributing to the speed, and the second SCV Wraith arrives, and it's GG. Okay, so first game goes to LetaBot, and we now move on to the second match. This is a best of 3, by the way, so whoever wins 2 games wins and goes on to the finals of the Student Starcraft AI Tournament 2014. Oh golly, slow down. Now, 2 SCVs mining, 2 SCVs loading. And we've got now 3 SCVs mining, and this is LetaBot. I know because for the colours, and ICEBot in the yellow. This is something else. The previous game, LetaBot carried out a in-base to barracks pressure build, and this looks like a shenanigan build. So, ICEBot is the most well-rounded bot, but it is not really intelligent in that sense that it says, oh well, I'm playing LetaBot, which is a cheesy bot, and last game I got pressured, so let's play safe. No, let's not do that. What shall we do instead? We will build a depot first. Good. And LetaBot, hey, let's build a barracks in place with the command center so it can't expand, and we've got some marines almost in his face, which is good. Okay, but yada yada yada. Oh no, we need more SCVs because hey, we just missed that. Scouting bot will find the enemy, and oh look cute, LetaBot sends an SCV of its own after it, which will cripple its build because it's now only got 2 SCVs mining. And what kind of pressure can you put off onto SCV economies? This is ICEBot building a barracks. Why here? Oh yes, I assume, yeah. It said, well, we've got the choke here and we've got all this space here, we can build a base and no one can shell our base with tanks or whatever. And we've got a bunker, and the SCVs have been killed by SCVs of ICEBot, so it seems, but the marines are getting some fire and now they're in the bunker, but it gets taken down. That is actually pretty decent by ICEBot, but there are 3 SCVs out, 3 marines out, and SCVs are falling and nothing is building here because there is no money. No one is mining anymore. So it's now 4 marines versus 4 SCVs, and are there any more marines coming? We'll keep an eye on that. Let's watch the battle. No, SCVs can't micro down marines, even if they are controlled by the most brilliant AI, and there comes another marine. So let's speed it up a bit. We've got 1 more SCV which is driving around in circles in the base of LetaBot, and those 5-6 marines are killing the base. And yep. Chook chook chook. What's happening now? Nothing's happening now. It said, well, okay, oh golly, yeah, it was out of supply, and victory. Okay, that is weird. Let me check with the tournament admin, Mr. Break. Yes, LetaBot has been awarded the victory, and the replay was cut short in order to save time on the broadcast, I believe. Okay, good. So LetaBot takes out ICEBot 2-0 and moves on to the final of the Student Starcraft AI Tournament 2014. Now we will move on to the next match, which is XIMP by Thomas Vader versus University of UAlbertaBot by Dave Churchill. And it is a PvP, and in the blue we've got XIMP, Thomas Vader, and we've got in the white corner Dave Churchill with University of UAlbertaBot. And you might have guessed, Dave Churchill is from the University of UAlberta, although he isn't participating as a student. I don't know why, perhaps he graduated. And Thomas Vader is from the Comenius University of Bratislava in Slovakia. And this will prove to be an interesting game too, because this little XIMP bot by Thomas Vader ended up joined first with LetaBot on top of the round of 42 round robin bracket, and was only declared second because Thomas Vader is not competing as a student, but as something else. Another very good programmer it seems. Okay, that mispronunciation of programmer is actually accurate here, because these are very good bots and very good programmers behind them. But I'm sorry, I won't try to do it again. So, what have we here? We've got a forge first from Thomas Vader's XIMP, and the University of UAlberta is going gate first. Okay, and 1 gate, money for another, 2 gates. So it's going for some 2 gate pressure perhaps. And here and there it's building SCVs. It's got 12 and 10 here, so it's all not too different, but let's see how it will pan out. We've got a cannon, And make no mistake, these bots have been programmed by students of artificial intelligence, and that means they are slightly better than the usual Starcraft AI bots, which come with the CD or the digital file if you so choose to buy that. The downside is that they use quite a bit of memory. The original Starcraft could run on about a 128, so you needed about 256 for XP and Starcraft together, and it was all fine and dandy. I tried to run ICEBot on my modest 2 GB RAM old machine thingy, and it didn't like it very much, I can tell you. So if you want to play these bots, go to sscaitournament.com and you can find instruction how to play versus bots. You've got to install some software packages. It's all perfectly clear and well documented, but they use quite a bit of RAM and the results are better. So we've got a bit of standoff going on here. It seems we've got 3 zealots, it's saving more, and 2 cannons. You can take those if you engage well. Yeah, there goes the first cannon, there goes the oh no, they retreat. Oh well, let's not. They could have taken down that cannon and done some damage while the other zealots have rallied in, but didn't. While XIMP is going for the expand, there are some more zealots coming up. I believe what is happening here, zealot, 3-gate zealot pressure. Okay, so it's queuing up some more. About the University of UAlbertaBot, it is AI in so far that it runs a combat simulation. So it's got a build order, and next to that it runs a combat sim. So it says, well, we've got a 6-5 Zs for a dune and all that, and we've got 7 cannons, so let's not do that. Okay, we've got one more. What do we do now? Oh, we wait. Oh, we go. No, 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 no. Okay, we got some more. We'll move, but we won't attack. And all the time it's calculating, well, can we win this? What are the outcomes? Can we do this? I don't know the details. I don't know if it takes into consideration if the probes would come off the line or whatever, but oh, here it goes. Oh no, it gets in 2 hits by the looks of it, and then backs off. Okay, pity. So all the while, XIMP has an expansion going, and the University of Alberta has not. So this will start to get out of control, because you can only build so many zealots of one base. And if there are many cannons, it will be harder and harder to break down, because they have ranged fire. So this one can fire, well, here the attack is taking place here, but the second rank zealots, they cannot get any hits in, so ranged stuff is in the advantage. Okay, so far so good. Please don't attack while I take a look at XIMP's base. What's it doing? It's stacking up. It's got a core and a pylon and a gateway. And this is where it gets interesting, because we've got a bunch of cannons and in the second row, and what is happening here, this is just going to be pure zealot, or it is saving up money. It's saved up 400, so perhaps we'll get an expansion. Oh, here we go, here we go. For Tassadar, 1 down. Oh, you just need to commit. Oh, no, this is not going well at all. Perhaps its combat simulator should take into account losses while running into and getting out of it, because then it might either not run in at all or stay the hell out of there. And we get more cannons. One has been killed, one has been critically damaged, and indeed we've got the expansion for UAlbertaBot, and oh, a core as well. So good. We are going to see some tech from the University of UAlbertaBot as well, and some zealots will camp this, but I fear that whatever comes out of these and a gate, whatever comes out of these gates will not be stoppable by zealots. And what got? Oh, carrier. 1 carrier. Okay. 1 carrier. For those of you who have seen the round of 8 and complained about the sound, which I hope is better this time, XIMPbot does basically a carrier strategy. So it walls itself in, ta-da, and it will build carriers. Carriers, and send them over the top to kill the enemy. And that has been surprisingly effective, because it did come in at number 2 position of 42 bots, which is very impressive indeed. So all the while these zealots dare not attack. And good. Do we get a probe transfer? No, we don't. What is happening here? Money has been spent on buildings and nothing much else. Oh, and probes. It's still building probes. It's good to have many probes. But the first carrier is out. And here we see +1 weapons for air, and we see the advanced carrier capacity, so it can carry 8 instead of 4 interceptors. So, no, I can't really tell much about this anyway, it's just silly. It's either do or don't, but don't keep dancing in and out and catching photon fire, while XIMP is going for another expansion, so it will soon be 3 versus 2 base, and with 3... Hello. What do you do with 3 probes here, and you need gas, and you need to build something, because you've got 1,000 minerals. 1,000 minerals, and you're only... And there are carriers, 2 already. Oh god, what a... And some goons. So even in ground army, XIMP is catching up very, very fast. It's got a very good saturation. Oh, another couple of pot shots, another 2 zealots die, and it just keeps building probes. That's so astounding. If you can just program it, you don't need to spend attention on building probes. So macro is something that is very easy for bots once they've been programmed to do so. It's not easy to program it into the bot exactly, but if you've got it, it will do it, and it will do it every time. These probes, they trying to get some... What kind of weapons do they have? They have laser particle beams. They get... Oh, and the carriers come in too. So, yeah, these zealots, they aren't really in the mood, and they decide to pull back even further. Okay, so what have we got? We've got the main, which is nearly mined out, and we've got... Oh god, we've got a catatonic bot. This happens sometimes. It's not mining gas, it's stuck on zealots, and it's not even doing that, it's not even building probes anymore. So this is a bit of a problem, because XIMP has 1 saturated base, 2 saturated base, and 3 saturated bases, and another cannon wall. All the while, all the armed forces of University of Alberta seem to be dead, and we have got 4 carriers with the weapons upgrade +1 entering the base. And home around army, and it building carriers. So this one's frozen. Oh no, it's building probes again. So apparently something in its script has gone wrong. I know for a fact that it does like to mine gas and build tech units, but something's gone wrong in the course of its build list or whatever, and it's going catatonic. So let's speed this up a little bit, because, well, what have we? We've got 1 group of carriers, and poof goes the nexus, and the buildings, and the Kakaru will survive. Oh, good thing, because I hate bots who kill critters. And we're going to get another nexus. Will be too late. 1, 2, so these are 4, and another 4, so we've got 8 carriers with the weapon upgrade in the base. No anti-air, no enemy attack units whatsoever, so they are pretty much uncontested, and mining happily, and they can't... Oh, they need gas. They got a lot of minerals, but they haven't got the gas. And another group of carriers is being built. So this seems to be a victory for XIMP. Pew pew, there go the last two buildings of the main, and now it needs to find this little thingy here. It has got, if I am not mistaken, a pathfinding or a unit finding algorithm, because in the air you do not need pathfinding. In Brood War all air is passable by air units, so it's just a matter of time before some carrier group stumbles. Oh, there it goes, and there goes the last nexus. And second weapons upgrade completed, and XIMP take the first game versus University of UAlbertaBot. GG. Okay, so as said, these are all best of threes. First one to win 2 games wins, and let's go on with the second game in the PvP of XIMPbot versus the University of UAlbertaBot. And we have in teal, my favorite color. We have got University of UAlberta by Dave Churchill, and in the red by Thomas Vader from Slovakia we have got XIMP with his very deadly carrier strategy. So let's speed this up a little bit, because hey, while we can. I told you everything I knew about these two bots. I could tell you a little bit more about the Starcraft AI tournament for students and other interested participants. If you visit sscaitournament.com, let me type sscaitournament.com. You can find out how to start programming. There are open source bots, there are guides, there are tutorials, and well, you can have a look as to how to get into bot programming, and you can also find out how you are to play against these bots. I know for a fact that ICEBot is downloadable. I have downloaded it myself. It is very fun to play against, only my current computer doesn't really like the later stages of the game. Oh, it is not ICEBot. This is University of UAlbertaBot. That is actually a bit lighter. Some of the Terran bots tend to be heavier on the CPU and the RAM, because they like to make a lot of decisions. Some things are automated, like this. Mining, just going back and forth, it's all fine and dandy. But scouting, every time there's a course direction, it's a click. So it's a command. And that is just one unit. Imagine if you've got a 200 supply Terran, and you've got a couple of Vultures, a couple of Goliaths, and a couple of tanks, which all react independently. So it's almost like you've got 120 units microed individually. Not together, they're all doing the same thing, or their own thing. And then you understand why it can be a bit of a pest on a low-level computer. But my PC being 6-year-old, and it used to be an energy-efficient model back then, it's not the most powerful. And if you've bought a PC somewhere in the last 5 years, which is not totally trash, it should be able to run a bot. If you bought one in the last 2 years, you'll be okay. It's Starcraft Brood War game is from 98, so it's all fine and dandy. Should work. Okay, so here we've got the standoff, and oh god, I can't do a slash. Why can't I do a slash here? No. Facebook, the group is called Brood War API, BW API, and BW API is the API which is needed to run and code these bots. It's a bit of a high-level thing. Some aspects have been standardized, so you can say go mine or go kill or attack move or whatever. You don't have to do anything. And if you go to the website sscaitournament.com, then you can look into some open source bots and some tutorials, so you get a bit of a feel what it's like to code a bot. It's not easy. It is not easy. I'll admit to that. You need to have some programming skills. But as you can see, you've got a good idea, like this XIMP, mainly to wall yourself in with cannons, and then send, well, if it's going to do that, yes, it only does that. Let me tell its dirty little secret. You can just send carriers over the top. So if you've got a good idea, it's fairly easy. If, on the other hand, you want to program a more rounded bot, like ICEBot, and ICEBot is the best rounded bot there is. It's a pity we haven't got to see that. If you've got an ICEBot on your hands, ICEBot is programmed by a team, by a university team. It is very big. It uses some very fancy stuff. It can use tanks, it can use battle cruisers, it uses spells, it can do lots of builds, bunkers. It has choke detection. It can launch a decent attack. It is very fun. If you want to take one thing from this tournament, you need to install the Brute War API. You can see how to do it on the tournament website, and download the IceLab ICEBot, and it will be very fun. Just don't rush it like LetaBot did in the first semi-final game, because it doesn't like that. It rolls over and dies. I heard that the lead designer of that bot graduated, so while we wait for news from Japan, if that bot is being developed still, it could do with an early aggression detection. That would be really nice. Okay, so what have we here? We've got a zealot thing going on. Okay, so these things weren't warped in, they were built by the bot. And XIMP is sitting back behind its cannon wall, and it is building 1, 2, 4 Stargates, and here we go. So, while all this is happening, I must tell you something about the Zerg bots, because in the round of 8 and the round of 4 there are, okay, if there are not any in the round of 8, there won't be any in the round of 4, there are no Zerg. And the main problem with that is that I like Zergs the most, and they are so cute and so deadly. I am the biggest Jadon fan ever. Brute War in Starcraft 2 not so much, because he's not as good. That makes me a bad kind of fan, but I really was a Magic June Savior fan as well, because after match fixing you couldn't. It's a bit of a problem. But we need more Zerg, and there are some Zergs, there are quite many, but the only thing they seem to be capable of doing is running a 5 pool. So if you want to code a bot, you can just download an open source thingy and copy a 5 pool bot, and you can participate in this tournament. And you can expand it from there, which hopefully, if you should choose to do so, you should do. On the other hand, there is one bot which does a very decent Hydra push. Imagine perfect macro 5 base Hydra Zerg. That is a scary thing. And there is one Zerg bot in particular I'd like to give a shout out to. It's from Diveka, Marian Diveka, which by the name I don't know for sure is either a Czech or a Slovakian student, which does a lurker thing. And that is so incredibly cute, because most bots have a very, very, very hard time dealing with cloaked or burrowed units. And a 3 base lurker Zerg is very intimidating, because you need a lot of detection. And ICEBot can deal with that. If you ever on the stream, on the tournament website, there is a live stream. All bots in the bracket are playing random games versus each other. It's glorious. Some of them have played thousands of games, but ICEBot can handle that, and that is very, very good to see. But most bots can't. So that's a very good Zerg bot. It didn't make it because about 50% of the time Diveka's bot likes to crash the game, and you don't score many points with that. Okay, back to this one. We have got 4 carriers out mopping up the zealots, 3 bases for XIMP, and University of Alberta is taking a 3rd as well. Oh, and it is mining gas. How splendid. Good. More zealots streaming down, and please build some oh yes, build a goon. Very good. There are goons coming out. And we had carriers. Oh, there. What are they doing? What are you doing, little carriers? What? 6, 12. Oh, they've split them all very neatly, so they have got 25 kills combined, all zealots. But where are you going? Okay, the cannon wall holds. We get shields. A universal upgrade, very good. What are you doing? What is this? Oh, it's an observer. Very good. But all the while, University of Alberta has taken its third and taken a fourth, and has a lot of gas and not enough minerals. So what's it spending its minerals on? It's got a very, very high saturation here. Okay, here. Very low here. And while this is finished, we'll have to see what goes on. Will go on there. And no upgrades yet. Okay, well. Oh, observer speed. Oh, that is so cute. Good. What is happening? Weapons upgrades and any more carriers? Yes, another carrier. Oh, look, they've flown around the minimap along the long route. And they are about to hit this when it's done. No pity. In the meanwhile, though, we've got quite a sizable army here, doing nothing because, I don't know, either it decides it can't go in or it's gone catatonic again, and two probes have been chasing each other for all eternity. And there, oh, it's the first thing they attack, it's the core. So no more core, no more cybernetics core, and a core is a prerequisite to build dragoons. So, bit of a pity, but no more anti-air. But there come the dragoons. And one thing that was, or is, proverbial in Brood War is how hard it is to micro dragoons. These things are clumsy. If you take 3 of them and send them down a ramp, they will choke 50% of the time. They'll end up walking all over the map except where you want them to. And they are attacking interceptors and carriers. Ooh, yeah, that one took a shot at a carrier. Which one? No, can't find it anymore. Oh, last. Yeah, this one. It's taken a shot. Good. But overall, these dragoons are not attacking. They are walking back and forth and taking a pot shot at an interceptor once in a while. All the while, these carriers take them down. And oh, you see, this one was just building an interceptor. Oh, look, and there are their friends. So we've got 2 groups of carriers, and oh, the core has been rebuilt. But University of UAlbertaBot seems to have given up. And XIMP, the red Protoss, is 1 game up already. So if it wins this one, it will move on to the finals to face a LetaBot. Okay, we've got some better saturation here. This one is all going fine and dandy. These goons, they keep not engaging really. Or interceptors, which isn't all that much of a deal. And XIMP, natural almost mined out. Main is gone. The 3rd is up and running. 4th is there. Oh, you can just fly straight. There's an army here you can kill along the way. And the 3rd is being rebuilt for University of UAlbertaBot, but the carriers are in the natural attacking the nexus. It's not a good sign. The main is carved up. We've got some pylons, we've got more pylons, all the gateways are attacked or down, and it seems to have gone catatonic again, but hey, what can you do? Normally you would type GG and leave the game, or rage quit, not GG, or curse the enemy and then leave the game, or disk hack, I don't know. It would be nice, but it's not really good manner to write a bot which will disconnect its opponent. And besides, these matches have not been played on Battle.net, they have been played on a private machine by the tournament organization, and it would I don't think they would really enjoy having their server thrown out by disconnect hacking bots. So if you lose, you try to crash the enemy computer, so it disconnects and you'll get the win anyway. But that isn't happening, and here goes the fourth. Goodbye. And now we've got a bunch of probes. Oh, it is still spending money on what? I don't know. And this is all it. Oh god, here get artificial intelligence taking the scenic route. But the fourth is up. Probes have been transferred. They couldn't have all been built so quickly. This one is going well. The natural is gone. Oh yeah, here the probes who were mining here have been transferred to the fourth, it seems. So that is a bit of a nicety by XIMP. Let's see. That was the main. We've got 2 carrier groups in the main, and we have got one base here with a hell of a lot of probes. And we've got the army here. Just do something. Do something. I don't know. Another base for XIMP on the just destroyed fourth of University of UAlbertaBot. And here comes the death train. Last Nexus. XIMP attacking the last Nexus of University of UAlbertaBot and takes the game 2-0 and moves on to the grand finals to play LetaBot by Martin Royackers. Okay, so this was our broadcast. We have seen LetaBot by Martin Royackers defeat ICEBot by IceLabs from Ritsumeikan University in Japan, team effort, by 2-0. So LetaBot moves on to the grand finals, and in this game we've just seen XIMP by Thomas Veda defeat Dave Churchill's University of UAlbertaBot by 2-0 as well. So the grand finals will be LetaBot versus XIMPbot. And before we get to that, we will have the third place match, which is ICEBot versus University of UAlbertaBot. All the information you can find on the appropriate threads on Team Liquid, Liquipedia, and on sscaitournament.com or Facebook/groups/BWAPI. I thank you for listening and have a nice evening.